How's it going, everyone? And honestly, the lead up into September 19th may make you guys absolutely sick and tired of how much I talk about Trails in the Sky first chapter. Look, I gotta do my part as a gigantic fan of this incredibly niche JRPG franchise. I gotta do what I can to make sure as many people check out Trails in the Sky first chapter as humanly possible. And look, Falcom is doing their part as well, offering a free demo for the game that is available right now. We'll talk all about that, why this release is so important into the overall popularity of the franchise, and we'll talk all about that. Also, there is another upcoming action RPG very much inspired by JRPGs coming out. I feel like we've been seeing these games a little bit more, these Japanese-inspired RPGs, whatever you want to call them. Lost Helden is a game that I think is shaping up quite nicely, and it's gotten a brand new gameplay trailer. More on that at the end of this video, but we gotta get the agenda across. We gotta let people know. Trails in the Sky first chapter does have a trial version live right now, and look, for the hardcore fans like myself, for the longtime fans of Legend of Heroes, this is a day one buy. This is a pickup all day long. However, the goal of this entry of the franchise should really be to draw in a new audience as well, because for so long, for so many years, as being a big fan of this series, you hear the same thing over and over again. Yo, I really want to get into this franchise, but I don't know what game to start with. And then it feels like every time I see that comment, I don't respond to that comment every single time. I should really just have like a copy-paste comment canned that I can respond whenever I see that, but it's just like, man, I can write out like 3 paragraphs on, oh, you should play this game, you should play that game. To make it brief, the general consensus is that you should always play the first game in the series, Trails in the Sky first chapter. However, that game is a PSP game. It's incredibly dated. It's not even on PlayStation 4 or 5. You gotta dig out your PSP, PS Vita, or you gotta download it on PC, and it's super easy to run, so anybody can really get it to run your phone, whatever the case may be. But it's a hurdle to get it done. And again, it's a dated game. So I've always been of the mindset that for a while, I was recommending, yo, just start off with Cold Steel. It's the kickoff to that arc, and it's a little bit more modernized. Then when Trails Through Daybreak came out in 2024, I was going all in on recommending that game as the starting point because it was, again, the start of a new arc, new cast of characters, and it had a lot of quality of life improvements. Well, now, put all of that to bed, you have a ground-up remake of Trails in the Sky first chapter, the very first game in the entire Legend of Heroes saga. And I know some people, the idea of playing every single last one of the games is gonna be quite the undertaking. Well, Trails in the Sky first chapter will probably lead into game 2 and 3 getting remade as well. Just view it as that at this point. A trilogy of games, and Trails in the Sky first chapter is going to be a great title and a great entry point into that trilogy and the overall larger Legend of Heroes experience as well. To catch up on all of the games, it's a daunting undertaking. I believe I counted it, and it's like 12 games at this point. It's insane, and you're talking about 12 70 to 80-hour games. Like, bro, yeah, it's gonna be difficult, and by the time you're done with this game, you're gonna be right around the release of Beyond the Horizon, so that 12 games is going to 13 games. It's insane. It's a lot of games to catch up with, but play them one at a time, and Trails in the Sky first chapter is gonna give you an incredible experience, and the demo is available right now, a remake of the iconic first chapter of the Trails series that redefined the JRPG genre and set the Trails series on its legendary path. In the demo version, players can experience the prologue of the story. Any save data can be carried over to the full version of the game to continue the journey. Some specifications from the demo may differ from the final version. Join Estelle Bright and her adoptive brother Joshua as they set out on their path as bracers, taking on tasks across the Roland region in their father Cassius's absence when strange events begin to unfold on their quest to rise through the ranks of the Bracer Guild. They must quickly prove their worth in this gripping adventure of intrigue and peril. It's gonna be the introductory portion of the game, and you will be able to carry over your progress. The demo is available on PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. I don't need to play the demo. I'm not gonna play the demo because I don't want to play a portion of it and then it getting cut off, and then I gotta wait until September the 19th. Legend of Heroes, to me, and you're talking about somebody that plays a wide variety of games, but you have that one franchise, and Legend of Heroes is that, to me, that no matter what other game is out at that point, everything else is getting dropped. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to finish this game until I start with that game. No, for me, Legend of Heroes is that franchise where, and when an entry comes out, it just happened earlier this year with Daybreak 2, and Daybreak 2, everybody kind of knew going into it that was kind of a slap together game, but even with Daybreak 2, I dropped everything I was playing, and it kind of worked out well. I had just beaten Dynasty Warriors Origins, I want to say it was, and it led right into Daybreak 2, but nonetheless, I like drop whatever is going on, and with Trails in the Sky first chapter, you know, I'm gonna try to make it work. There's Borderlands 4 coming out. There's all of these games coming out with Gears, Lost Soul Aside, Metal Gear. Those should all be fairly quick. And then Dying Light the Beast comes out on the same day. So your boy's gonna have like 2 weeks with Dying Light the Beast and Trails in the Sky first chapter into Digimon and Ghosts of Yotei. A very good problem to have, but a lot of hours gonna be used playing video games, which is kind of insane. But again, good problems to have. And after Trails in the Sky first chapter, you're gonna get Trails Beyond the Horizon next year. And it's just great to see this franchise at least seemingly start to get the love that it deserves. But it deserves even more love than what it's gotten so far. And I really hope that this game will be kind of the Yakuza 0 moment where a lot of people decide to check out the franchise as a new entry point is available. And that big question put to rest, oh, what game should I start? All right, now everybody can shut up about that. I can shut up about that as far as I want to say Daybreak. Like, Daybreak was the game for a while. It was Cold Steel, and then it was Daybreak, just because, you know, you wanted a game that, from a mechanics standpoint, would be accessible, because if you're talking to somebody that's playing all of these newer JRPGs, and then you gotta go back and play a PSP game, it was gonna be a little bit difficult. Now, you get the best of both worlds. You get the game that did kick off the series from a narrative standpoint, and you get all the quality of life and visual improvements and everything like that. Not to say this game is gonna be a visual juggernaut, but I digress. You're not going into a JRPG to be completely blown away from a technical standpoint, but just mechanically it being pretty good. So, rant over, free demo available, go download that if you're not sold on the franchise, and then I'm telling you guys, if you're remotely into JRPGs, you'll fall in love with these characters, the world. It's some of the best storytelling in gaming, bar none. And yeah, check it out. And for all those people wanting more turn-based JRPGs, Trails, brother, definitely go check that out. You'll really enjoy it. All right, moving on from that, Lost Helden has gotten a gameplay trailer. Now, this is a Japanese-inspired game, so we've been seeing more of those with, like, Expedition 33, of course. Developer Artisan Studios, who also did Austria Ascending, which was a gorgeous game. Austria Ascending was a gorgeous game, but it kind of fell after being a gorgeous game. Like, that's all it really had going for it, but it was unfortunate. But Lost Helden is a unique hand-painted JRPG from Artisan Studios, enhanced by dynamic lighting and weather effects. Take control of 8 unique, highly customizable characters through an epic, mature story where the 7 deadly sins guide your fate. Witness a new, deep 2D technology allowing you to play 3D in hand-painted artworks with dynamic lighting and weather, introducing a battle system mixing action and strategy to allow you to play the way you want. Game looks stylish as all hell. I'm hoping for a 2026 release at this point because it's slated for 2025. That's where it's listed. I would imagine a 2026 release for the game. Love the character design in the game, and once again, has that really stylish visual style and visual aesthetic that Austria Ascending had as well. So this one's not going to get a lot of attention, but keep it on your radar. Wanted to give that game some shine while I do some glazing for Trails in the Sky first chapter. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Please go play the free demo for Trails in the Sky first chapter. I know for some of you guys, if you're a weeb repellent and like it's not gonna be your cup of tea. Like, let's be honest, if you're not into the weeb crap, it is what it is. I'll take the L for those people, but for those of you that are okay with JRPGs and you're into the genre, I'm not saying you gotta be the biggest weeb of all time, and that's not, it's not like this game is so leaning into weeb culture, or whatever you want to say, but it's a worthwhile JRPG, guys. Just go play it, and Lost Helden gets a gameplay trailer. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.